Hello YouTube, my name is Chris Summers and I'll bring you full coverage of the Avis Cup Series Taco Bell 400 live from Auto Club Speedway in somewhere California. On the pole today we have Jack Richards, followed by, not the pace car, Tom Haunters in second, Christian Baker in third, Carter Keselowski fourth, and John Dillon will round out your top five. Let's get the cars rolling. One quick story that I have to point out is that Andrew Gordon out of the 24, Jeffrey Howe in the 24. Andrew Gordon said that he couldn't take the lack of respect out on the track, so he walked away from the Avis Cup Series. Luckily, we have some great and willing drivers who are willing to step in when something like this occurs. Yep, we're gonna have a 25-lap shootout at California, revamped 2009. Yep, so pace car gonna dive down for pit road. I'll tell you that story later. Anyway, Jack Richards gonna lead him off to the green flag. Green flag is out. Tom Haunters did not get a good start at all. Christian Baker's already in front of him. Look at him fan out already, Jeffrey Howe! Jeffrey Howe spins out! He hasn't even completed his first lap in the TheEprl Avis Cup Series, and he already has been turned. Caution is out on the track. Oh, I saw more shuffling. Jack Richards gonna lose the lead probably. Here comes Christian Baker. Did I say that? I meant here comes John Dillon. Looks like it will be 3 wide to the line. Who's it gonna be? It will be Christian Baker. Let's see. Oh, you see the smoke. And there was smoke on the backstretch too. Phil Jones gonna try to fly around everybody. Anyway, let's get a replay. Alright, we are back. Jeffrey Howe just getting started with his career, and already he crosses the start-finish line for lap 1, and the wreck starts up here. Something happens to Mark Edwards, and then it all just accordions from there. Tyler Speed gets turned, Nick Del Campo involved, Phil Jones, Nick Dillon, Joe Annunziata, Jamie Smith, Donald Murray, all involved. Oops. Everybody there, Elijah Koufax, Corey Long in the wall, and then something happens here on the back stretch. Might be with the, Jeremy Tacos turns the 77. Come on, Jeremy Tacos. It's the Taco Bell 400 for crying out loud. Sean Galligan spun out, but I don't think he has any damage. Bob Parsons, another bad run in the works. I think that's everybody. Okay, back to the green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, there was another incident. Raul Velho turns Julian Kane into Alex Petty. Then the 9 gets spun out. He hits the inside wall fairly hard, crushes the back end in, and it looks like everything's okay. But look out for Tyler Speed, back up the track, and boom! Man, Julian Kane comes right to a stop. As for Tyler Speed, he's sliding all over the track. That was Joe Annunziata just clipped him. But you see the smoke coming out of that car. He's done for the day. Tyler Speed, another bad run. I'm sure he'd like it if Matthias Fitzgerald was in that car. But, we'll be going to another road course soon. But, anyway, now we can get back to the restart. Okay, we are back. Your top 10. Christian Baker, Jack Richards, John Dillon in third, Mike Kelly in fourth, Ralph Green having a great run in fifth, CJ Sorensen, Tom Haunters, Carter Keselowski, Rudolph Jones in ninth, and your points leader, Mikey Jones, is in 10th. Sorry there was no race yesterday. The microphone was acting up a little bit, and it sounded all funky, and I wanted these races to be close to perfection, so I waited a day. Anyway, green flag back out. Christian Baker, you're a leader. The top 5 are bump drafting each other. That might hurt them though, because CJ Sorensen's gonna go for fourth, and there was a spin! Spin in the back! I couldn't tell who it was, but I saw somebody in the grass. We'll get you that replay as soon as we watch the race back to the line. Jack Richards going for the lead, going for his second win of the season. It would be ironic if he got a second win. They both would come in the state of California. Oh, Ralph Green gets turned! Ralph Green turned through the grass as John Dillon wins it back to the line. Ralph Green was flat out turned into the grass. Not sure if he hit anything, but let's see. It looks like Matt Edwards is the one who spun through the grass. Let's get a replay of that first. Ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Velho is just having himself a bad day. This time he turns the 16, and the 99 gets turned by the 02. They were chatting on the PS3 yesterday. He hits the victory lane, where I'm sure he wishes he was. Not sure where the 99 ended up. There he is. I'm gonna rewind a little bit so we can get his replay. Everybody deserves a replay. Alex Petty just gets turned by Evan Earnhardt. Synchronized spins here. And then I thought I saw someone else get turned. It might have been the 4 car. Had some karma. Yeah, it was the 4. Excuse me, I'm gonna rewind again. Okay, so he just turns the 16. And so he's going considerably slower. Oh, the 45 turned the 18, and the 4 had nothing to do with this. He did spin, though. I guess that is his karma. He was able to slow down. And then, now, we will get you Mr. Ralph Green's replay. Alright, we are back. Tom Haunters just turns Ralph Green across the nose of Rudolph Jones. We're going to play this at full speed to show you how fast he actually is sliding. And that was a nice recovery. I don't think he lost too many spots. I mean, he did lose some spots, but he could have lost a lot more. Anyway, he's going to find himself in 20th after being inside the top 10. And let's get back to the restart. Alright, we are back. The pace car will be in at the end of this lap. Your top 10, John Dillon, Jack Richards, Christian Baker fell back to 3rd, CJ Sorensen up to 4th, Mike Kelly's in 5th, Carter Keselowski 6th, and then you got Mark Edwards, Mason J, Tom Haunters in 9th, and Joseph Lombard, the hometown hero, who will be in 10th. As they will dive down, or the pace car will dive down for pit road. John Dillon gonna lead everybody back to the green flag. He has had a pretty forgettable season. He was last in points for a little while, but he has picked it up of late. I do believe Christian Johns is last in points. No, Evan Earnhardt is, sorry. Evan Earnhardt needs a good run. He spun out Alex Petty. I'm sure there will be some words exchanged. I don't know if Alex Petty's still in the race. I forgot to check. But meanwhile, out front, it is Pontiac teammates 1-2. Jack Richards stuck on the high side. CJ Sorensen, the one in the lead. I don't think there's a caution, but just in case, at the line, it will be... Whoa, I think it was CJ Sorensen. No caution. Oh, Tom Haunters gets squeezed into the wall. Caution is out. That's a pretty big wreck. And now Jack Richards is scraping the wall. This is back to the caution bag. Mason J from 8th to 2nd in 1.5 laps. Meanwhile, at the line, it looks like it will be CJ Sorensen unless John Dillon gets a magical run, which he will not. CJ Sorensen going to win it back to the line. John Anderson looks like he got the worst of that mess. Let's see what happened. Alright, we are back. Tom Haunters gets turned, or not really turned, he was squeezing the wall. And then everybody else just piling in. Clive Burr, Rudolph Jones, Elijah Koufax, Nick Dillon, Thomas Shane avoids it, Ralph Velho piles in, Ralph Green. Complete carnage. Most of the guys involved in this wreck, I think, are going to be out of the race. That wreck oh, I forgot about Ryan Bush. I think this is his home track, too. Anyway, that wreck probably could have been avoided, but just saying. Anyway, back to the restart. Alright, we are back, your top 10. CJ Sorensen, what the heck? John Dillon, Mason J. Christian John's having a great run in 4th. Joseph Lombard moved up to 5th, with his teammate John Stewart behind him. Mike Kelly's in 7th. Mikey Jones, your points leader, is 8th. Christian Baker fell all the way back to 9th. And, Carter Keselowski, 10th. Jack Richards has fallen all the way back to 16th. He had quite a scrape to the wall. Oops. Anyway, CJ Sorensen didn't get a very good restart, so John Dillon's going to help him out. There's Sean Galligan over there. I told you he spun, but he didn't have any damage. He still is very well in this race. Joseph Lombard way up high. That's probably not a good idea. John Dillon with help from Christian Johns. You got the Dodge teammates working together. John Stewart up to 3rd. Or, he's 3rd on the bottom, I should say. Not in 3rd place. Christian John's going to go all the way down low. CJ Sorensen should get a run on the top. But, oh man. Yeah, John Dillon led it the line. 4 wide. Oh, look out. Oh, that's just Christian Baker in the wall now. That got a little too close for comfort. And there's Galligan. Where on earth did Sean Galligan come from? Driving with a broken leg. We mentioned him on the restart, and now he's battling for the lead. Oh no! John Dillon gets into John Stewart. They saved him, but Mike Kelly wrecks. Oh man! At the line, I think it will be Galligan. Maybe not. No, it was John Stewart. John Stewart almost got turned right into Galligan. Well, he did. But then they saved it. But then these guys didn't. Jake Berg, heavy damage. Let's get a replay. Alright, we're back. There's going to be some talk in the Hendrick camp. The 5 turns his teammate, the 25, up into the 48. And then, boom, everyone into the wall. Mason J, everyone piles in. Everyone starts, like, flipping. Nick Del Campo flipping, Mike Kelly flipping, Mason J flipping, all on top of each other. Corey Long is flipping. Everybody's starting to barrel roll. Everyone getting collected. There's the 24 car, so the Hendrick car's not exactly their wreck. Everybody's flipping wildly. Donald Murray there, Rudolph Jones involved, Brian Page, your points leader involved, Carter Keselowski, your Daytona 500 winner involved. Everybody else is like smoking or doing something weird and having a spaz. So I think I counted 3 flips and 1 wreck. Complete crash city. Anyway, back to the restart. Alright, the pace car will be in at the end of this lap. Your top 10. John Stewart, Sean Galligan, John Dillon, MFNPRA Love, Joseph Lombard in 4th, Christian Johns 5th, CJ Sorensen 6th, then you got Evan Earnhardt, Jack Richards back up to 8th, Jeremy Tacos up to 9th, and Clive Burr in 10th. That wreck rooted out the field. I don't have an exact number, but I know that more than half the field is out of the race. Anyway, we're gonna come to the restart. We're gonna be on lap 23 of 25. 3 laps of racing to go. Caution comes out, that'll be the end. I really wish somebody could work on some kind of program or something to get green-white checkers into here. But Sean Galligan gonna go down low, try to take the lead. He's got CJ Sorensen trying to help him out. These two are good friends. Christian John's gonna join the party. And then you got John Stewart and Joseph Lombard, teammates. Looks like they're not gonna help each other out. Man, this is getting exciting. My own heart's pounding and I'm not even in this. Sean Galligan gonna lead it at the line. 2 to go. Oh, man. Oh, John Stewart in the wall. Galligan in the wall. That just ended John Stewart's race. Probably not in it. He's gonna lose a bunch of spots. Meanwhile, here comes Christian Johns, Joseph Lombard, CJ Sorensen. 3 different makes, 3 different teams, 3 different car numbers. Anyway, all battling for the lead. They're gonna come and take the white flag. If CJ Sorensen can pull this off, only 2 races after having that horrible crash at Indy, he's wearing a cast on his wrist. This will be amazing. We can pull it off. He's pulling away, but here comes Christian Johns and Sean Galligan. Evan Earnhardt, the man last in points, having a great 4th place run. Into turn 3 for the final time. I don't think anybody has anything for CJ Sorensen. Out of turn number 4. CJ Sorensen. He's gonna take it. Take the win. Congrats to that whole 32 team. That's gonna really help him in points. What a finish. Don't think there were any crashes to report. No. See, only 18 cars left. Ralph Green, the last of them. That's still a pretty decent day after being involved in all those wrecks. Anyway, let's get you your full results. Back here with your full results. Hurry and take a look because my computer's about to die. Sean Galligan ended up with 2nd. Finally a good run that he needs. Man, my heart is pounding. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down now. Fuel leak for Elijah Koufax.